Happy? Good. With Chris Locke.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Happy Good. I am your host, Chris Locke. Thanks so much for checking in again and again. I really hope the podcast is serving you well. For those just tuning in, this podcast is a quiet, relaxing, peaceful meditation, hopefully to help you feel good. But also, I don't know how to do a meditation, and it's silly and funny because I'm a comedian, okay? So just relax and have some laughs and think about the good stuff, all right? The world is crazy out there. We already know that. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's let it go and drift away like a crumpled up newspaper into the roaring fire. Just and watch it just disappear and burn and disintegrate and ashes and smoke, a puff of smoke, and that's it. All the craziness and all our troubles from the world are gone. And we're here now, and we're going to think of nice things, like you can fill in the blanks. I know you guys have so many little stuff you love, like I would say ham and cheese croissant, but then some of you might be like vegan, and you're like, I can't eat one word of what you just said. Or some of you might be like spinach and feta croissant. Those ones are my best favorite that I enjoy mouth-wise. Harsh. How much is this? $3.49. What? I ate it without knowing the price. I only have $2. Then you will have to come in the back of this bakery and make 500 croissants for the next 3 days. Do I get free croissants? Yep. Woo! So, think of good stuff, like diving deep down into fresh, cold lake water. Not cold in a bad way, refreshing, like, yes, I feel it. I feel it under my arms and on my sides and in my face and through my fingers and down my stomach, and I feel it in my toes and my legs, and I kick and I swim like a frog, and I am so refreshed and free, and the giant wide open blue sky is above me, and I feel as free as a freaking frog, a free frog. I'm just swimming along. Froggy paddle, more like it. Everybody's talking about doggy paddle all the time. I can make my legs go like this. Big, wide strokes. Okay, I don't know what I'm on about just yet. As regular listeners know, I gotta get in the mindset myself. We gotta come down. I actually tried starting to do this podcast episode a little bit earlier, and then a million fire trucks came outside the building I live in and talk about not peace of mind, right? Haha, not relaxing. Fire trucks. And what is the emergency? Anyways, they're still outside, but nothing seems to be crazy. I mean, this could be that episode where you're trying to relax and then a fire alarm goes off. I don't know. I would edit a fire alarm out. Imagine I was doing it. Okay, I'm going to get to the relaxing part in a sec. But imagine I was doing a podcast episode and then I paused my recorder because the fire alarm goes off. I go outside with my family in my arms, no shoes on, and no undies on, to be honest. But I'm wearing shorts, but I'm wearing like house shorts. Do you wear undies under like chilled out track pant house shorts? Send me a message at Happy Good World on Twitter and let me know. No, but the thing is, so imagine I'm recording a message. I pause it because the fire alarm's going off. Then I go outside to take, that's an emergency. And I look up at the building, and the building is on fire. And then it burns to a crisp. Everything I ever owned is gone. and burnt up, just like the troubles I was telling you at the beginning, quite conveniently full circle. And then the building I lived in is just a pile of ashes, and then I go back to my recorder, because I took it with me. I hit record again, and I continue the episode, and I don't even mention to you that happened to me. That's nuts, but like, is that also like, would you think I did a nice thing? Like, I'm glad he didn't bother us with how his abode burned to the ground. Yeah. So let's, that's not happening, by the way. I did not pause it. This is not a continuation of after my apartment burned down. Firemen still are outside, but knowing this building, there's a lot of elderly people here. It could be 4 fire trucks are simply here because smoke from a pan. A pan had smoke going off, and then 4 fire trucks came and stood outside our building looking bored as all heck. So, I'm alright. But during the rest of this episode, you'll never know if I paused it while my house burned down and then continued it to make sure that you are relaxed and feeling happy and good. Okay, so here we go. Let's just breathe in and out 3 times, 3 long deep breaths. I'll count down from 3 and then do a nice breath, inhale through the nose. And I need it too, obviously. I feel like the way I talk always sounds sleepy and blah blah blah, but you guys don't know it. This is me really hyper right now, so I gotta get this hyperosity out of myself and get to work and calm down and relax myself. So here we go. Let's just take all the craziness, all the social media, the news online, the news on, avoiding people on the street with masks on, all the blah. We're going to blow it out with our long exhales. So we're going to inhale through the nose right now. 3, 2, 1, inhale. Hold it. Really feel it and exhale. Get rid of all of that let's be honest, psychotic nonsense that's trying to distract us from enjoying our lives out. Let's blow it out. One more another one. Inhale through the nose long. Feel your lungs fill, blow out, exhale. Yeah, see? That is nice. And the oxygenation of the blood, you can always feel your blood be happy. Like, when you eat a bag of sour keys or something? And, there, you can probably hear a fire truck outside. When you eat a whole bag of sour keys, you don't feel this kind of response from the blood flowing through your veins. Like when you inhale such deep oxygen, but when you eat a bag of sour keys, your blood almost gets hard and seizes up because it's what are you doing, man? This is not even real food. You don't find sour kids growing in a bush out in my beautiful garden. You find them in some sort of laboratory. Okay, here we go. This is the last one. One big inhale again through the nose. Exhale. That is delicious. I love that. So, yeah. I even got distracted by my own brain just fizzling out, fuzzing up like a lucky duck off the pond. Just walking, getting the water off its feathers, flap, 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 flap. Little ducklings following behind it. Where are we going? The duck goes, follow me, my little duckling children. I love you so much. You're so cute. Even though you are of the same species as me, I know that you're so cute. I can tell. We're going over here to this raspberry bush. Raspberry bush. Let's go peck some of those raspberries with our beaks. Quack, 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 quack. Tasty, right? Pass it on. Share. Share and share alike. Sharing is caring. Hello, 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 hello. I am the big duck. Talking. Yep. That's right. I love raspberries. And I share them with my little duckling. Children. Pass them down. Pass them to each other. Sharing is caring. Kindness. One for one all of us, all are one. We are all ducks in the universe, sharing in intergalactic ponds that spread across from galaxy to galaxy in an ever-expanding, widening universe. Share ducks. That's right. We share raspberries throughout the universe. They're our favorite. We put little bubble helmets on our heads, and we go into outer space, and we dip into little intergalactic ponds that ripple every time our webbed duck feet touch the pond, the intergalactic ponds. Big sonic ripples go whoop, 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 and spread super far across the galaxy, wide. We're like space ducks, travelers. We can be very, very big, or we can be very, very small. And we got a little duckling children always swimming in outer space behind us, and we go to different planets. And one time, if you don't believe me, one time we went to this ginormous planet in a galaxy very far away from the Milky Way. It was, I don't even know what the different galaxies. Andromeda? I don't know. You know, I travel. Do I clock everything? I'm a person that doesn't believe in labels. Okay? I don't like labeling and shelving everything. I'm not a scientist. I'm an astral traveler. Okay? I'm a duck with a space helmet on, and I go from galaxy to galaxy. I don't remember all the names. I don't want to remember all the names. I like being free. I'll tell you one thing. I met this swan one time in a different galaxy, and the swan was so preoccupied with making lists of what everything was, where everything was, what they needed, what they had, what they wanted, everything. And this was supposed to go here, and this is supposed to go there, and this is that, and that is this, and blah, 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 blah. And I told the swan, I'm like, listen, you know everything so much, and yet you keep stressing out that you need to know more. Maybe it is that you are trying to hold on too much to knowing everything and labeling everything, that you are forgetting that actually forgetting and not knowing anything is truly being free. Like me. I don't think about what goes where, what goes in, what goes out, what goes in this shelf, what goes in this cabinet, next to the bag of loose nuts and bolts and Allen keys that I'll probably never use again. Because every time I buy new furniture, it comes with the tools that you need to make it then. So then I always get this extra screws and nuts and nails and bolts and little Allen keys and stuff, and I put them in this bag, and the sack keeps getting bigger and bigger, but it doesn't mean anything. I never built a new thing. I have these things on hand, yeah, but I never need them. It just becomes junk in the side of my mind. And if I dump them out and let them float away in outer space, I have nothing again and I am free. Don't you understand, Swan? You're holding on to a big bag of nothing you need. And you need to let it go like garbage that floats through outer space to be free. Now, I am not advocating littering in outer space. It's a metaphor I was saying to try and help this swan, you understand? But also, we don't even know what outer space is like. I don't know if things float there. I mean, yeah, I think we do. We've seen astronauts float there. Okay. One time I went to this far, far away galaxy, and I had just eaten a bunch of raspberries, and my duckbill felt incredible. Tasty, delicious. Like I'm a little berry muncher. Quack, quack. Berries. Raspberries. Quack, quack. I go to this far off, distant galaxy. Like I said, I don't freaking know the name, man. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an astronaut. I'm just an intergalactic astral traveler who wants to be free. To be me. And I get to this, I see this planet approaching me. It's a giant gold and then red swirling planet. Kind of like, I believe Saturn almost looks like that in our little solar system here. I come from Earth originally. It's this, I don't know, it's this swirling golden and red swirl. It looks like this beautiful sort of like ribbon planet, like a marble, and it looks like very interesting. And I go to the planet and I fly there. This is before I had little ducklings following me. Just a little space duck going on my own little adventures, dipping my webbed toes into tiny intergalactic ponds with the ripples spreading out across the cosmos. And I land on this planet, and I got to admit, at first it seemed like a barren wasteland. You know, the red was the sky, it was dusty, it came from sand, and the gold was like a giant desert land, you know. I guess almost like Mars, you would say, here, now that I think about it. But it felt alive. There was an oxygen there, there was a beautiful air. And the red was nice. It wasn't like a dust that would get in your eyes and irritate you. It was just kind of like a mist. And the sands were soft, very soft. And there was different consistencies of the sand. There was hard, there was soft, and you know, actually it's because you could walk around in it. It wasn't too crazy, especially for a duck's feet, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm looking for anything. I was attracted to the colors, the vibrant colors, the glowing of the planet. When I go there, I'm looking for anything, though. I don't know. I'm free, baby. Free to be me, space duck. And, you know, I go and I see this sort of cabin in the middle of nowhere. Almost like, I should almost say it's like a pueblo. It's like a cabin you would find, a little casa, mi casa, su casa in Mexico, you know, pueblo. It's made for these hot, sort of like sandy kind of climates and this environment. It was really beautiful. And I go in the door, and you wouldn't believe it, but most of the planets and different areas of the galaxies and the universe I go to, it's pretty easy. I don't get bothered too much because I'm a duck, you know? And it's fine. People love it. They're like, hey, duck, what up? Most people don't even try to eat me because I'll tell you something. They can see in my eyes that I've seen some stuff and that I'm wise. Now, is that a cool rhyme or what? Picture a duck that travels all the way through outer space saying this to you. They can see in my eyes that I've seen everything and I am wise. I think I said something like that. I think I said it differently the second time. But you get it. And I'm not Howard the Duck. Okay, I just realized Howard the Duck travels through space too. No, I'm like a real duck. I'm not a humanoid duck man. And I am not like nervous and a bumbling fool like Howard the Duck, okay? I'm like an actual duck from a pond that just blasted off into space with a helmet on. So don't get your whole like Marvel Comics universe world up around me. I don't care about that stuff. I've seen it and I've let it go because it doesn't matter anymore. I'm free. And I go in this pueblo and there's a guy sitting in a big long bathrobe that is different stripes of colors. We've got red, we've got like a maroon, we got burgundy, all kinds of weird colors, purple, blues, and he turns around and looks at me and goes, duck? And I don't talk to people when I first meet them at first like how I'm talking to you now, because you never know what's going to happen, right? You might blow someone's mind right out of their eyeball sockets. And I go, whack, quack, quack. But you and I know everything I do know. I go, quack, quack. And the guy goes, that is cool. I really love seeing a duck right now because I've literally been here sitting at my desk in this, kind of we're in dust storm weather here during this season on this planet. And I'm trying to read this crazy long book. It's like some real expert readers that are voracious readers, as they would say, wouldn't think this book's that long. It's honestly like just over 1,000 pages long. But that's long. That's an epic book. Especially for me. I mean, and I'm a duck here looking at him saying all this stuff to me, thinking like, I don't know what books are like on this planet, but I get overwhelmed with the idea of starting Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust or whatever, But he's going on to me, talking to this duck. He's like, it's so funny because I'm reading this giant 1,000-page long epic book that is about a boy who, is orphaned in the beginning of his life. I'm only about the quarter in. The boy is orphaned in the beginning of his life, and then he's raised by really mean step-parents, and then he gets sent away to work with an uncle who is kinder, but, is kind of a drunk, and he doesn't pay attention to the boy, and so the boy's kind of loose, anyways, for a couple chapters that I've been reading now, the boy is lonely on this farm with this drunk uncle, so he actually befriends a duck. And so the meta craziness about what I'm telling you now, duck, and I'm all like quack quack, is that I've been alone in my cabin trying to chip away at this epic novel that I'm supposed to read. Everyone says it's awesome, you're supposed to read it, and I do like it. But I'm chipping away at it, and I'm really like relating to these characters, about these chapters, about the boy with befriending the duck, and a freaking duck walks in to my pueblo here. I don't know if he said Pueblo. Like, I don't know if he would describe his own place like that. Again, we're on different planets here. There's different terminology for everything. And like I told you earlier, I let all that stuff go because I don't care. Anyways, of course, this man seemed grateful for my company. He seemed to be... I cheered him up, obviously, when I showed up. And to be honest, you know, I've been talking to you guys for a bit now. I travel from galaxy to galaxy, like I said, causing the ripples in the intergalactic ponds. And I do my duty to just make it as far as I can and explore as far as I can. But that is my main aim. Whoever and whatever I meet in the far reaches of the universe, I want to bring them happiness. I want to bring them joy. I want to cheer them up. And I want everybody to know that from far and wide, as far as I've been, we're all one, because we are all, no matter where we're from, we are all creations from the same one Big Bang that happened eons and eons ago. And we are all creations from that moment. So how could you not appreciate any little aspect about it? We're all droplets that spread across vast amounts of space and time. It's inconceivable. So I don't quack at him like a duck anymore. I start talking to him like how I'm talking to you guys right now. I go, "That's crazy." And he spits out this like rooibos tea he's drinking, or whatever kind of tea they have on his planet. It was the color of rooibos, if you ask me. He goes, "A talking duck." And I go, "Yeah, and you're a talking man. What do you think about that?" I have just come here from space travel. I have got a lot of capabilities. Do you have any raspberries? And he goes, "Oh, my good friend, this is so magical. I can't believe that you understood what I have just said. On top of that, you're a kind duck. You're not threatening me in any way. You're not threatening to peck my eyeballs out or peck my toes or the top of my foot where it hurts, where all the bones are. You know, they say don't get a tattoo there because it hurts the most." Anyways, no. "And you like raspberries?" "I love raspberries. I know exactly what you're talking about." And he goes, "I don't have any though. But what I do have is this. The ducks on my planet like this stuff." So he goes to his cupboard, right? And I say something like, "What is it?" You know, he goes to his cupboard, opens it, and he takes down this little jar. It's like a ceramic jar with a cork lid nestled into the hole on the top of the ceramic jar. And he takes off the cork lid and he pours some of the contents of the jar into the palm of his hand and lowers his hand to me on the floor. And what is in the middle of his hand but a huge pile of, I guess it's the same on his planet, I'm not sure, but it was sunflower seeds. And if it wasn't sunflower seeds, then it looked and tasted exactly like sunflower seeds. And yeah, I know I spent a lot of time earlier talking to you guys about raspberries and how much I love raspberries, but when you're this far away from home and a kind stranger in this crazy housecoat is giving you a bunch of, and it's not Joseph in the Technicolor housecoat, alright? These were like pretty weirdly drab faded colors, okay, like maroons and burgundies. It's clear the sleeves were shredded. It's clear that he's been wearing this housecoat for at least a decade. But the gift of the sunflower seeds was so enjoyable. I pecked away at them and gave him a big smile. And then he lit a fire in the corner of his house and cooked up some hot chocolate. It was incredible. I can drink hot chocolate. I just got to let it cool for a bit. Don't worry. And we sat there for the rest of the evening And, I knew I had to fly away again and go through a different, travel through space to different places and meet new things and see new people. But for that time, it was so obvious that the man was lonely and was looking for any kind of company. And I gave it to him. And you know what? When you're traveling in space for a long time too, as a lucky duck that gets to fly around, you're always happy for a companionship for a night as well. And so we told all these stories about our different planets and different books we read and culture and stuff like that. And he played this weird sort of it's kind of like a Zen style space jazz music that he had on this weird instrument. And we were one together, enjoying the simplicities of life and the universe. And you think that swan, that weird little swan that bumps around through space trying to collect millions and millions of sheets of papers of notes and graphs and charts, trying to explain everything, you think that they could just go with the flow and have a nice time like this? No, I don't think so. And that's why I say let it all go. Do not try to eat up every single morsel of ridiculous information, because it's all nonsense. Everybody makes it up, and it doesn't mean a damn thing at the end of the day. From the far reaches of the corners of every aspect of this grand universe, we are all one and the same, from the same Big Bang until now. And we should take time to sit together and love and listen to each other and have a good time. Space Duck out. Okay, so there you go. That was fun. I like that guy. The thing is, I also love raspberries. I mean, what a coincidence. So the thing is thanks so much for listening. I hope you guys are feeling good. These are weird times, but I love each and every one of you. Your listenership is, so important and valued to me, and your feedback. I get good reviews, good messages, Patreon subscribers, all kinds of lovely stuff, and I grandly appreciate it. I'm gonna take a break from plugging that stuff right now. Some great stuff is coming up, though. I know it's hard. Some great stuff is coming up on the Patreon, and also on the regular episodes. This comes out Monday, August something. I forget the exact date, but that same very Monday. So if you're listening to this the day it comes out, at night on Eastern Standard Times at 9 p.m., I'm going to be streaming a live episode from the Bad Dog Theater streaming thing. Information for that is on my Twitter at Happy Good World and on my Instagram at Happy Good World. But I'm out of here. I just want to leave you guys feeling good, cozy, and toasty, and I hope you're having a good, fun time. Go outside and hug a tree and look up at the branches and the leaves blowing and the beautiful sky and say thank you and stay free, okay? Thanks so much for checking it out. I'll talk to you again. Thanks. Bye.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.